Hello and welcome back to the Ori and the Blind Forest All Skills Tournament in 2018. We have a 3-hour block of matches for you coming up right now, and the first of these is going to be between our number 43 seed RedR3dRum and our number 54 seed Mathluco. On commentary, my name is Shed, and I'm joined by my good friend Sigma. How are you doing, sir?
Hang on. Did you say 2018?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, we have been running this game for quite some time now, and it might seem longer than it actually is. Or shorter, rather. That one. That one makes more sense.
Yeah, well, this match is going to be pretty awesome. This is actually my division that these guys are playing in, too. We've got one of the best backgrounds. This DLC area that you never see anybody ever go to.
Yeah, this background is of an area that we completely bypass in the speedrun. But of course, here you can see the full bracket view of the entire tournament. We have had a lot of entrants, so the text is really small. So let's zoom in on the part we care about right now. This is the Tatsu division of the bracket, Sigma's division. You can see him up on the top there. But this race is going to be between RedR3dRum and Math. On the bottom right, you can see there, this is a lower bracket match, which means these players are fighting for their tournament lives right now.
Yep, this is always pretty intense. Everybody made it through groups, but not everybody makes it out of the divisions. In fact, most people don't make it out of the divisions. So you've got these elimination matches. Somebody's going home. Actually, everybody's probably already home, but they're staying there.
Yeah, of course. So whoever wins this match will move on to face Delira. The loser is out. We can see these two runners in particular. You'll notice their PBs are very close. Red has been playing this game for quite a long time, even since the days of Vanilla Ori rather than the Definitive Edition, and has a PB of 35.58. Mathluco learned the game for this tournament, or at least very soon before this tournament, and has improved himself all the way down to a 36.14. So they are very close to each other in maximum skill level in their PBs there.
Yeah, Red has the advantage in leaderboard time and overall experience, but Mathluco has definitely captured the hearts and minds of everybody with his play through the group stage of the tournament. He's done a lot of like crazy strats for having just learned like a lot of grenade jump stuff. If I recall correctly, he probably even did the grenade first, what's 20 seconds route, but I could be just confusing that with a lot of grenade jump. And you can see he's the first runner to win on the right side of the tournament, which is actually kind of a big deal because all of the initial streams were done with the higher seed always on the left, so he was the first player in the group stage to pull off an upset. So he's definitely a fun guy to watch, and we'll have to see what he brings to the table here against Red.
Yeah, definitely an accomplishment to be proud of, to be the first upset. And he will be going for another one here. Like we said, Red has an advantage. You can see in the radar graph that we have in the bottom left that Red does a little bit better in the mid and late game, and generally is more successful at the various tricks that we've been tracking, while they are fairly close otherwise in the early game and the consistency stat. Well, Math has an advantage, but it is small.
Yeah, they're fairly similar, and as well, your stats are pretty volatile in this the game. Like, Math's definitely been on a heavy trend of improvement. It's like, another week or two from groups into the bracket, and that's like another 50% of the time that he's had in the game total. So,
right, yeah. Yeah, but he has been on quite a tear in the last month, improving by almost, like, I want to say 20 minutes, his personal best since the start of the tournament. It's very impressive.
Yeah, it was certainly a lot, at least 15. So we are off. Runners are hopping on over. And it looks like Math managed to pull off a color code there. Kind of hard to tell what he got.
Like a light green, yellow something.
Yeah. But he got hit by the diving board. So Red's going to have a little bit of a lead towards the Frankie fight. But
Math had like a little bit of better of a prologue skip and got off to a slightly earlier lead, so the diving board means that they're almost frame tied right now.
Oh man, the diving board sink.
So impressive.
My dream And I know this is probably not going to happen because people generally don't hit that thing on their way down. But I dream we can get a synchronized, you know, Olympic diving for a race where both runners go off of it together.
Unintentionally or on purpose?
Of course, unintentionally. I would never support two players agreeing to hit the diving board at the start of a race. Never. I don't endorse that at all.
If you can't tell, that means it's going to happen in Sigma's next race. I guarantee it. All right. Well, we are on our way out of sign now, heading through the infamous start of the game, the Glades area. We'll be going down to wall jump. Looks like Math has pulled ahead a little bit with a better tutorial Frankie fight there, as you might have seen, and has been generally keeping ahead, although the lead is slight and might not matter as the race pulls on.
Yeah, it always feels good if you have that little bit of a lead on your opponent. On though, Red getting hit in kind of an odd way by that slime might be in some trouble with her health. To see if she checks her UI or not. She's probably been keeping better count than I have, so she'll know she can take this next damage boost. But Math can't.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
that is so painful, and Math knows it. Look at the cursor shaking on his screen. That is. Man, that is not the start you want to have to any run, regardless if it's a race or not.
And that was nearly to the ghost door too. He was about to get the save down. That's like almost as bad of a death as you can possibly take on the wall jump segment. So, oh man,
that might be one of the worst deaths you can take in the run.
Well, you say that, but did you watch the race earlier with the...
Fair. Oh man.
Oh, good God. He nearly got sniped by that
so
slime
close.
Again. And I think he's at 1. Oh my gosh, he
wow.
Thank goodness. He's circling his... Oh my word, dude. My heart can't take this.
So we have prior knowledge that RedR3dRum is...
scary too.
Please calm down. Have a better time, you two. Please. But we have some prior knowledge that Red is watching the restream, maybe, or at least her opponent's stream, so she knows now that Math has taken an unfortunate death and is quite a bit ways ahead here. Math is not watching the restream, but after that death, he's got to know that
he knows he's behind.
There's no way.
He's gonna feel like he's behind for the entirety of this race, guaranteed.
We'll have to see if that affects his play at all. If he decides to be maybe a bit more risky for the extra time saves that might help him catch up. But maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah, I think he probably will be, because he knows he's the lower seed going in. He knows Red's leaderboard time is better than his, so he's already has to play aggressive to really give himself a good chance of winning. And with that big death right off the bat, it's you gotta keep with it. Although he did come into wall jump there at around 4:16, which is not, a little bit less than a minute back. So it wasn't an over a minute death. So that's not so bad, but it's pretty
bad. It's pretty bad. He'll be fighting to make up that time lost basically the entire race at this point. And I would wager that it's going to take a mistake from Red to get him all the way caught up.
Oh God! And as you say that, Red, the bramble wall in front of Black, but has extra health, so does not die, thankfully.
But is now at 1 HP heading into Blackroot, so there's a couple of damage boosting strats that she will not be able to do, whether she did them previously or not.
Yeah. This first part of Blackroot, it's pretty likely that you're not going to take any damage, though, when you're just bypassing all of these slimes. There's one spooky thing, is can be this jump around the corner, but Red's going to use the left wall and not make it risky at all.
Right.
And then this next room, these spikes do 3 damage anyways, so if you hit them, you're just toast.
Red making the smart decision to make a safety save so that that's not even a remote possibility, or if it is, she's losing basically no time. Very smart from her. Now, we mentioned that Math might start getting a bit more aggressive if he wasn't already after that death, but Red is watching the restream. She knows that Math is way behind now. Do you think that's going to affect her play at all, maybe? Maybe play a bit safer?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, we've seen it a lot throughout the tournament. Players seeing that they're ahead and then placing a lot of extra safety saves. I think it really shows in the late game, like how much safety you go for in Misty Woods in particular. And the final tricks, oh goodness, Math having a little bit of a fun time with those vertical platforms. He manages to catch himself and then gets his safety save down. So that was a really good save from him. That would have been a big time loss to fall into those red spikes there.
It's almost spooky that he didn't make that safety save before the spike pit instead of after it like he did.
Red's got to dodge this last slime. Her experience is too high to take it. It would cause her to level up and not be able to do Froggy Walk, but she's got the movement down and we'll get past those quills a-okay.
Math is carefully dodging these shots here. He was dangerously close to one of them. Fortunately, even if it did hit him, it wouldn't have killed him there, but it would have. It was still stupid close.
Yeah, that part gets uncomfortable fast if you get hit because you can get knocked back. Laser cycles can get messed up, all sorts of nasty stuff. But he's through it. He's getting up to the top part, doing his platform manipulation right now. Goes with a, fairly medium manip. Doesn't want to miss a cycle, that's for sure. So he'll be progressing to the dash room. Red has finished it up and is now on to the darkness cutscene skip. Set up 7 experience to go until the level, so that'll be a nice, fast Frankie Walk level. I think Math probably killed 3 slimes here, so he'll be really close to level as well.
It's always good if you have a 19 XP window to do the Frankie Walk, and if you're closer, then the level up is faster and you save a little bit of time. So you always want to be generally as high as you can get. Red has now picked up dash, as Math will be doing similarly after his darkness cutscene skip, but Red is now zooming across the ground at high speed to go up to the Frankie Walk trick.
Yep, and while we're setting up to walk these Frankies around, I just want to say thanks for the sub and the tournament stats, Tara. We appreciate it as always. So Red's got the Frankie following her. Math will be coming up on this soon. This can be a pretty scary part of the game. You have to use all your energy to do this trick. You can't save during it. So right now, Red...
Or after.
Yeah, if Red takes any kind of mishap, dies here or in the next part, Math will actually be in the lead. So this is definitely one of the most costly places to have mistakes happen. It's not particularly difficult, but, it can be very unnerving, especially in a tournament setting. And we'll just have to see how it goes for Red. She's got the Frankie Walk done okay. A couple extra hops there, but finishing it is what matters. And on to the Death Gauntlet, getting past the Frankie. Will she go for Death Glide? No, that's probably the smart decision.
Yeah, there's a more difficult and more dangerous strat that Red could have done there, but opts for the safer one. There's a safety save as well, so she will not ever be back at the dash tree. Math is doing his Frankie Walk now. See if he can keep it clean and keep the lead not too far away. But now we have Red on the Grotto cycle. She's going to be going for the fast one and unfortunately misses.
That was pretty close.
Oh, no, Math.
Oh, no, Math.
So
toast. He got out.
Wow! What just happened?
He was so close to that 4th damage tick. I can't believe he managed to save that. That was incredible.
I could have sworn he did take 4.
It was so close to 4. It was only 3 though. I can't believe that.
Oh my god! And he has a safety save as well. So after that scare, he will also be done with this area. Jeez, I had a heart attack there.
When I saw him turn back, I thought for sure he was dead and going back to the dash tree. That was so amazing that he made it out of there. Wow. So catching up with Red, she's gotten to double jump with no issues on the blind movement. Doesn't quite manage to get to the wall, but that still saves time to get that far over with the blind movement. So, we'll take it. And taking a little bit of a almost fall into the spikes, but manages to correct it real quick.
Walls
there.
Are slippery.
Yeah, the grotto walls are just terrible. A little bit of a high fives. Matt's heading down to double jump. Red's heading up. This, there was about a 41. Oh gosh.
No, Math. All right.
Well.
That's not. Okay. Now it's kind of bad.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine.
Just widening that lead that Red has already, though, which is a little bit unfortunate for Math, making his catch up harder as Red fails the grotto skip quite hard and falls all the way down to the bottom of the ground. Has to try again. There we go.
Yeah, so that grotto skip wasn't the best. Math could definitely catch up some time if he can nail that first try, but it's a really large lead for Red at this point, so Math's gonna have to play really well. Stop, he took a couple deaths on the way down to double jump, which weren't the worst because he has a save right there, but he needs to
Still
not lose time as much as he can. Yeah.
Red doing a couple of rekindle cutscene skips and will be grabbing the water vein. Math is heading to his grotto skip. This is a good time for him to catch up some time. If he gets this first or second try, he'll be catching up some solid time. And there we go. First. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Those hurt a little bit.
Ow.
Or he's a little more perforated than before, but that damage doesn't actually matter because he's going to be getting, a whole bunch of health back from these saves in this section. And there's no required damage boosts. Just a little scary is all. I think Red may have been hit by the dropping slime in this section as well. I know I saw it fall. I don't recall if it actually hit her or not. So her health could be concerning as well, and judging by the fact that she's killing the slime. Oh goodness! Oh goodness!
No, back to the water vein with you. Which
Math's right
there. This is good. This is good for Math. This is that's the mistake he needed to catch up some of the time. It's not all the way, but it's quite a chunk of it. So that was good for Math, and unfortunate for Red.
Yeah. Now, of course, in Math's mind, he's still like 2 minutes behind, probably. Because you always assume that your opponent is not making these mistakes,
especially when you're not watching like Math.
Yeah. And in Red's side of things, you watch these and there's stream delay and you're not quite sure. It's like you see them, just a screen or two behind you and you're like, are they ahead of me? So both runners probably feeling the pressure right now. Red's getting through Grotto nicely though this time, gets the level up there and will be fairly safe towards the Ginso tree most likely, but the spinning spike arm things coming up can still be pretty spooky. Having a little bit of trouble with the jump up to the ability self, manages to get up pretty quick, so that's good for her. Math's going to be coming up to the same jump momentarily as Red fights these spinners and heads over to the Swarm Teleporter.
Notably, Math failed to pick up the 30 XP from the frog enemy that dies during a level up there. I'm unsure if he normally gets that or not, but it might screw with his XP routing a little bit. Probably not too much, but it could matter later. Oh!
No!
Ow! We mentioned the purple spinners, man.
The double team.
Oh, that hurts a lot.
Man, Red got hit by one of them as well, so those spinners are on a rampage today.
Bloodthirsty.
See if Math can get through the second time. There's a corpse of his old Ori spinning around on one of these ones, so he's got to fake, succeed a
Oh no,
will
he didn't
check.
pull the rock out far enough.
Goodness, he's corrected it now though, so he's gotten in there. And
Still, Red has made some solid progress into the Ginso tree now, our first dungeon. Double jumping her way through the platforms and spikes and moving enemies and all of the shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Oh,
speaking of spikes.
Oh,
I guess that's more of a bramble than a spike. Those are spikes though. We found some.
Yeah. I like that pause there to make sure she doesn't go through the portal and instantly die to the spider shot. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty that's good game knowledge right there, knowing that the spider shot can sometimes kill you through the portal.
And of course, whenever you're at 2 health there, it will always kill you through the portal. It doesn't matter what angle it gets shot at or where you go through. It just feels like it's going to home in on you. Math, he's going for the telehops here. He's making it up.
That's impressive. Especially, like, Matt's a newer runner. We mentioned that. Telehops are... A lot of the advanced runners don't even do them.
Yeah, but this is Mathluco. He's the people's champion here. He does the strats.
Oh, the spike said hi to both players.
Spooky.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear me.
And the dash glide over the ones at the end. He's a madman.
The best part about that dash glide is it doesn't save any time.
It saves 0 time.
but
so
it'll give him more time to pull off this color code. And do you think the People's Champion really cares
Just gotta give
about
them what they
whether
want.
it saves time or not? But how cool it looks. Wow.
My
okay.
goodness. Let's see how
Math's
his
coming
mini
up
boss
with mini
goes.
boss. Despawn the first one right away, but at least it pops up fast when you despawn it. He'll be plinking away. Getting a pretty decent number of hits in. Didn't read that bottom right spawn.
And there's a bottom left to pair it up with. Nice.
How did it even get over
Oh my
there
god,
that
bottom
fast?
right again. What?
Dude, this is some bad times on this mini boss. Oh,
We like to talk about this being some of the only RNG in the run, and it is showing its dirty face right now.
yeah. When you get used to it, you can always tell where it's going to spawn, but it can definitely be difficult. It's easy to miss it from time to time, and missing the bottom right spawn is just really painful because. Oh god! Okay, he saved after the mini boss. It's fine.
That's fine. Red has collected bash, done a couple of puzzle rooms, and is on to the key duplication trick here. This one has given a runner, maybe not these runners, but runners in the tournament quite some trouble so far. See how she manages to do it. That looks good, and there we go.
Nice and fast, not even landing on the platform.
Duplicated. It's always nice, smooth, slick movement. Now you just gotta collect the keys again. Doesn't matter if you die, you still have the duplicated ones from before. Missed one. Alright, Math has made it to the bash tree as well.
Yeah, still a pretty big lead for Red, hanging around that, 40-second to a minute mark. And that's kind of been how it's been staying for a lot of this run. They got close at Water Vein, but then, some deaths again for Math put him back behind. And, I'm interested to see if it keeps going like this. Like, can Red just keep this minute lead, safe, or
Careful.
is it gonna be
having some trouble with the redirect puzzle here.
Ugh.
I hate this thing.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that angle was a little too high, but it worked out. Got it into the gap there and is onto his key dupe now. Red's heading out again, so she'll be on the swamp entry shortly. We'll have to see how this goes. This trick, I think it used to, at least in the group stage, when it was sort of newer and people were kind of just de-resting, gave people a lot of trouble, but in the brackets I've seen people go like really smoothly through the swamp entry, so I'm hoping that we'll see that again here, this match.
Matt's key dupe is good. He is on to progress through the rest of the tree.
Yeah, going up the left side there, I kind of wonder if his health perhaps is low, or if he's he's just saving to do the damage boost in the upper part. Ooh, Red takes a bit of a dip into the spikes during the blind movement, wants to place a safety save and does get it off before going into swamp entry. So now onto her frog nip.
Gave Ringo a kiss.
And he takes a
We're
bath.
gonna try it again.
But that's what that safety save is for.
Nice little double bash there to get him all the way up to where we need him to be. Can break that barrier. Oh my god!
Snipes the corner there.
Nicely done though. She is through on a second try swamp entry.
You know what? We'll call it first try, right? That's how it works around here.
Definitely.
So Red will be heading up to Stomp right now, and then going over to the old left side of the map. Math's going to be entering into Swamp, so we'll get a high five coming up soon. Hopefully Math have a lot of momentum going through the Swamp entry, get it first try, and then do a really hard high five that'll hit Red's hand and maybe throw her off a bit so we can catch up.
Oh, we went a little bit too high there. That's the wrong direction. Gotta go down.
That's kind of funny, actually. The upper mortar worm thing is broken open for Math now, so if he wanted, he could use that as a way out instead of Ringo.
Is that faster?
No, but it would be cool.
Alright, here's Mathluco's swamp entry attempt. Doesn't manage to get the double bash off that he needed. You have to do a second attempt here. Doesn't manage to do it again. This time he had trouble catching the shot on the second bash. Hits the wall. This is unfortunate. Having some trouble with this is not what he needs right now.
Yeah. Definitely not the best swamp entry. He didn't take a death though, didn't dunk the frog, so he can still probably kind of keep pace with that, but it did take a while doing the double dash. Over on, oh, he inputs his rainbow dash there. He does that every time.
Oh, he did. Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
I thought it didn't work for a sec there, but there it is.
That's the only place in the game you can actually use the cheat code to activate rainbow
Real
dash.
quick to interrupt, we had Red attempt the Kuro cutscene skip and miss and try and reload to get it again. If she gets it if she had gotten it there on the second try, it would have still saved time. Unfortunately now, and she's choosing to watch it again, maybe not as confident with it anymore.
Yeah, I think if you miss it twice, it's definitely smart to just cut your losses. Like, if you get infinited on the Kuro cutscene skip, you know, that reload that saves 4 seconds over just watching it is quickly not really worth it. Red's gonna head up and grab a 5th health cell right now. That's gonna help out a little bit in Sorrow Pass, and we need at least 5 health by the end of the run, so it's a bit of an investment now, and she can skip one of the later game health cells when she gets there.
Yep. A lot of runners in this tournament have been grabbing that health cell for some extra safety. Math is now heading out of Swamp as Red is on her way to Charge Flame on the left side of the map.
Here's that worm popping
Fancy
up.
dashes for Math. Oh my goodness.
Gets up there though. Nice, efficient frog manipulation on his way out. We'll see how his Kuro cutscene skip goes. Remember that Red failed this once, reloaded and failed it again, so that was a 26, actually 30-second loss. If Math can nail it, he can definitely make up some ground right now. Let's see. Math, he's got a good position, and that's gonna work. Nice.
That is some solid time save from Math here over Red. Not quite caught up yet, but he will also be grabbing the safety health cell. We saw Math grab, or Red grab. Now, they both grabbed it, so my statement was correct.
That was a cool spider shot manipulation to get up there as well. Using the shot from the spider to the right rather than going over to the left and back. I have no idea if that's faster, but it was cool. Oh, good lord!
No! That's before the Kuro cutscene skip too.
Jeez, dude. Okay, he's got to get it again.
Ow. That's painful.
And
Alright, he gets it again. But there goes the time save he had.
Yeah, a lot of the time people will place the safety save up at this 5th health cell. There's kind of no reason not to, really. You have the energy, and it will be off cooldown in time for the next cutscene skip if you save up there. But Math says, I don't need it. Who would die twice to these instant kill spikes? Not the people's champion, Mathluco.
Literally no one. Okay, good.
Oh god!
Oh god!
No, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, well, my heart can't take looking at Math's string right now, so let's check out what Red's doing. She's in Valley. She's about to be doing fast Stompless. This could be a big time. Oh gosh, and is now
actually. I think if I were in red shoes right now, I might not even do fast Stompless. You've got a solid lead little here, and this can failing this can throw you quite a ways back on your own pace. Oh, yeah, that was close to hitting the ceiling there.
Yeah. Depends how.
Oh, she misses it too.
She's gonna reload. Try it again. This is
okay. She has a save at the top, so it's not nearly as bad.
Yeah, it can start to get expensive though. I don't know about that shot. I'm terrible at judging these though. So
you never try and judge it. Oh my goodness gracious! Still misses it again though. Reloading. Okay, apparently she's more confident in this trick than it seems.
Yeah,
that looks a little better. Then again, like I said,
as long as that didn't hit the roof, I couldn't see it quite on the edge of the screen. It should be fine. Because that was a good height, and that'll work.
A third try fast Stompless for Red. Not as much time loss as that usually means, though, because she had the safety save at the top. Math having some frog troubles, trying to head up to his fast Stompless.
Yeah, I've got 99 problems, and pretty much all of them are frogs.
All of them are frogs. Except for maybe some Doritos somewhere in there.
Yeah, that'll be the 100th problem, I think. Alright, so Red's got Charge Dash now. She's going to be flying up to Suro, but we got to watch Math's run up to the fast Stompless area here. If this goes well for him, he can make up some time here. And he definitely needs it at this point. Oh, he takes a dip into those spikes. He's going to make the same save that Red did, and let's see how his shot looks. The first one, obviously not good, because it hit the floor. Getting another couple baited out there. Too high. Next one's just right. That's how it works. I've read Goldilocks.
Oh, Oh my goodness, Red Sarobash was incredibly spooky, and she even took the 4 damage from hitting the spikes, that 5th HP coming in nice and handy, but she's up into Sorrow Pass now. Please save the save. Please save.
Oh. Ooh, Math missed his fast stompless, takes an intentional death because he does have the save up here. So having a little bit of trouble with this as well. That shot looks good, but the movement is questionable and he's going to fall into the spikes. Trying it again, circling his muzzle a little bit in frustration. And once again, that shot looks good to me, so he should be able to get up there with this one.
There it goes. That was a 3rd try for Math as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think he at least died a little bit faster on one of them, but still not making up as much time as he needs to make up on these little tricks here and there.
Meanwhile, Red has made it all the way up to Charge Jump now, and will be grabbing the Sunstone behind an ability menu for the Terror Break trick and a cutscene skip. Math is onto his Sarobash now.
Yeah, and remember, Red nailed this Sarobash, so Math has got to, you know, keep up with this. This is kind of what we were seeing before the race too. Math's tricks weren't the best compared to Red, so it's definitely where she had the biggest advantage. And his Sarobash success rate is pretty good, so hopefully he can nail this first try, get in there. Red's going to be floating up. Math's objective here should be to get into Sorrow Pass so that the high 5 will happen up there, not down here.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus, both of them with the spooky Sarobashes?
He bounced that bird off the roof, and it was like in a good position afterwards. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, if that bird hits the roof, you're usually done, but
he almost had to do it because he was so far left. Like, that was really cool.
Ow.
Oh, good God! Okay, that's fine.
Okay, Vito's time.
Oh my God! Oh God!
He had to lick the cheese dust off of the Doritos, man. Jesus.
Oh
no! Oh. That's unfortunate. Looks like we might be getting the bottom of Sorrow high 5 after all.
Oh man.
He's having some trouble now with the Sorrow Bash, doing some double bashes. Be careful.
Oh, nice
wow,
adaptation. Holy, he saved that one.
There's the high 5 though. Yeah, that was a beautiful save from Math on that Sorrow Bash.
Yeah. So he'll have to tear through Sorrow Pass, but Red's lead is
starting to look unsurmountable.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
No,
oh God, especially
again.
With that. Oh man.
Yeah.
Just go in for another handful, and you've already had too much.
He took a little moment to compose himself there. A little pause after that death. Hopefully he'll be able to do Sorrow Pass cleanly this time. Man, he has been cutting it so close.
Oh my gosh, how is they're all working? If nothing else, his Sarobash success rate stat is gonna be through the roof. It's 3 for 3.
There he goes. Red is all the way down in Misty now, is on her way to climb through the first half. There's a good safety save.
I just want to point out that the People's Champion Mathluco refuses to save. He doesn't need it. He's not. You're not gonna die 4 times.
Safety saves are slow. Come on, man. You can't be slow. Run.
You wouldn't do that crap.
All right, both of our runners picking up skills at the same time right now. Unfortunately, Red is a whole skill tree ahead of Math at this point, and it's starting to get pretty late in the run.
Yeah, not okay. Math now has the power of Purple Ori, one of the rare
Purple Ori is the best.
It's a good thing that this is Sorrow Pass. If this was Misty, Purple Ori might be pretty bad, but he's gonna lose the color at Sunstone, so not quite so painful. Well, Red's got an interesting bash going there. All right, instantly save.
Give
good
the frog
decision.
a hug. Give the frog a hug. It's fine.
So I think Red also, choosing to make these saves in Misty, and this is kind of what we were talking about before. When you're watching the stream and you see you have a big lead, you play safe in Misty, because if you play the way you play in your PBs here, and you die to the mini boss, you go back to the climb tree.
Yeah,
that can be how you lose your race. But Red's not going to let that happen. the looks of things. It's gonna even make.
There's another one.
Yeah, save at the 4th keystone. That's a pretty common one. People like to make that one, and because of things like that, now she's rocking 2 HP, so another spike hit will kill her. But should be okay to get up to the mini boss, I think, like this. And then I wouldn't be surprised to see her save again pre-mini boss, just to, you know, lock in the progress so far. Such a big lead, you might as well.
Maybe? Yeah, there it is. Grabbing that extra energy. Okay. Well, one of them's dead. Very dead.
Yeah, that one's toast. He got vaporized.
Yeah.
That was the charge dash special.
All of our mini boss quick kills for that particular one are named after what they kind of sound like. So that was the patented boom 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 boom.
Yeah. We should see if our restreaming guys can get, you know, those like zap, zowie, bam sound effects from like old Batman, and just start playing them over each runner's stream when they get to that Misty mini boss. That improve the experience.
And the most popular one you'll see runners go for is called Bang Zoom. That fits like the best into that the Batman speech bubbles.
Yeah, it's a big improvement over Bang 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 and Bang Bang Pow. And there's like 4 of them that are all yeah, Boom Boom Boom, the classic. All right, so that aside, Red's gotten out of Misty, heading to Grenade now. Math is getting to Climb Tree. He'll be at Climb before Red's at Grenade, but I think, you know, it's a bit longer from Climb to Grenade than it is from
Charge jump to Climb.
Yeah, thanks. Saved me.
Alright, Red missed the early cycle on this laser, but that's not going to matter too much, hopefully, as long as she remembers on the way out, because it does potentially screw with your cycle strats on the way out of this area. That bird followed her all the way into the cutscene.
Yo, birds deserve to watch cutscenes too.
Yeah, except we skipped him, so he doesn't even to do that.
Math tried out the acupuncture in Misty Woods, found it wasn't to his liking, and had to redo a little bit, but not too costly of a death. But he needs to tear through this and basically hope that Red soft locks. And given that Red is watching the stream, I doubt she's even going to go for that final grenade jump that has a chance of soft locking. Like I would just bash to the end, you know.
Take the 30 seconds time loss over your usual strats and just take the win instead.
Mm-hmm. Oh goodness, okay, Math's in for a little bit of a rough time. Worm's there to help out.
Thanks, bro. Lifesaver. There's a safety save. Red grabbing her 6th HP. This will help her out in the poison water at the end of the final escape. You need at minimum 5 HP, but she's taking an extra one just in case.
Yeah, it makes that last swim a lot more forgiving. You have to swim either optimally or manipulate the fish to be in good positions for your bash. Oh, Matt's showing off a great Misty boss.
That was the bang zoom I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Mini kill.
Mini kill.
That's the that is the fastest strat, the one that most runners try for, even if they fail it at this point.
Well, Matt took a hit there, but I think, you know, it's pretty easy to avoid damage for this remainder of Misty here. You're just charge dashing at a couple enemies, and there's no spikes, so he's through that. He'll be hitting the grenade. Red's all the way to
oh, bye.
Boy.
That's the bottom of Valley.
Oh god!
Careful, the frogs!
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, if Math wasn't losing the race yet, he certainly is now. That is, man.
This is truly the darkest timeline for our people's champion, Mathluco. Red's ruining her door warp stat right now. It was 100%, now it's not.
Matt took more damage before the mini boss this time. He's at like 2 health now. Oh, we're at 1 health now.
Oh jeez. He has a save down here.
No bang zoom this time.
Is he out? He might be out of energy. I think he's out of energy.
I think he's out of energy.
Good thing he's gonna level up here. Right? Wait, what? Where's the level? Oh
what?
god.
What?
It's
what?
I think there's some experience off to the right. I think it bounced to the right. It's despawn now. Alright, he's gonna beat this Frankie up.
Take his chair. There we go. Alright, not to detract from Red, who is past door warp now on her second try into the final escape. She's going to be finishing her run up very soon now. Like we said, she just might be skipping the final grenade jump at the end, the one-frame trick that has potential to soft lock you, but only it saves 30 seconds, 35 seconds, somewhere around there. But she might be skipping it now because she knows she has this lead. But here's the damaging swim in the poison water at the end.
Oh god.
She's got 6 HP, so she's fine.
Math is on a journey through Valley once again, but
Oh, again.
yeah, he didn't die this time, so
Making sure he got the map percentage.
yeah. This is 100% run. Okay, it looks like Red's
Red
gonna go
bashed
for
into
this.
the wall and is going for the grenade jump. You can't. Okay.
All right, this one was slow enough. This is gonna be
low,
that's pretty
Red.
low. Oh, okay. Well,
Alright,
that's
it's not the
good
soft
way to
lock.
fail it.
It's not the soft
Yeah.
lock. It's not the soft lock. She still just has to watch the full ending cutscene. Doesn't get the skip, but she doesn't have to do the whole escape again. So she will be finishing up in about a minute's time here, while Math is not even at the grenade tree yet. So that will be enough for Red to take this race.
Yeah, just managing to maintain her lead throughout. Math took some really painful deaths
Yeah.
here and there. Red just, basically didn't, like, for any time that Math managed to catch up, like, that one death in Grotto from Red, for example, there was a bunch more instances where he took some rough ones.
And Red gave him a couple opportunities, but it wasn't enough with the multitudinous, terrible deaths we saw Math take. Just unfortunate.
Yeah, it's how it goes.
Some days, Nibel doesn't like you.
And he's going for the grenade jumps now. Red's just
He's
holding
having
right.
fun.
Yeah, I think he always does this. I mean, Red hasn't even finished yet, so as far as he knows, there's still a chance. But unfortunately, he will soon know that it is over, and Red has taken the victory in this race, coming in with a final time of 37:59. Never even seen a 38. Don't worry about it.
By now, at this point, if Math has the SRL chat up, he knows that Red is finished. But he's going to be finishing out the run for us, give us a little bit of a show.
Yep. How many grenade jumps do you think he's gonna fit in to the ending here? I'm gonna go with 4. But I'm immediately finding that perhaps I'm wrong. It could also be that Math is not watching the SRL chat.
And doesn't know yet. That's possible.
Because this is looking like, a race to the finish, like I gotta finish as fast as I can kind of thing, so. Definitely good movement on the way to Horu here, though. And here comes
Here's
the
one.
one grenade jump. This one saves a bunch of time. Well, I mean, by that I mean like a second and a half, but it looks good. So yeah.
And he got it first try, so he actually got the time save.
Yes, dude. Actually, first try. None of this fake first try that we try to mislead you guys with from time to time.
Alright, let's keep up the first try streak. First try door warp, I'm calling it.
It's guaranteed.
Never mind. Ignore me.
No, he didn't try. He was just letting the door know he was about to go through it. And then he was just making sure that the outside of Horu was still there, because sometimes it despawns, and then he gets it first try. He's in there. Nice job, dude. You okay, buddy?
The outside of Horu does despawn, though.
Yeah, it does, dude.
Alright, final escape for Math. Let's go, dude. He also has 6 HP if I'm not mistaken, so the final swim should not give him too much trouble. Throwing in some nice stomp cancels, maybe a bit too high. There's a laser there, please be careful.
Is that really a laser, or is it a lava geyser?
It's a lava laser.
Okay, that's fair.
Lobster?
Lobster?
Lobster. It's a lobster.
Okay, it's a lobster. It's got the red shell. Oh boy. Well,
Oh, no!
man.
GDI fish.
I think Math used up all his swimming luck on the Death Gauntlet at the start of the game.
Yeah.
He had to give one back there.
See if he can't do it on his second attempt here. Oh, that's not a dash glide.
Alright, getting to the water. We'll be looking to not bonk on this bash, and he doesn't. He gets out nicely.
That looked like a 4 HP swim until, or 4 damage swim rather, until the very end where he took a tick of water damage. When
Okay,
he
this
was
is a
out of
little
the water.
spooky. Okay, I'm kind of happy that that first one missed, because that bash was scary.
There we go.
And he's nailed it. Nice.
Gets the grenade jump that Red did not.
So finishing it out strong is Math. Well, I guess that's debatable because he did die in the escape once, but he finished it with a grenade jump, so...
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
The last input was strong.
That's what you want to see. Now, optimizations.
Oh, he's
I'm pretty
throwing
sure
something
we're gonna
out.
see
Hold
some.
on.
I am
Not
not a
carrying
good
it.
enough
It's
mouse
too much.
movement reader to catch this.
I missed the
Wait,
first bit.
Is it GG Red? I think it's GG Red.
It is. It is in fact GG Red. Some nice sportsmanship from Matt, the people's champ.
GG Math. Final time of 42:08 for Mathluco. So, with some of those rough deaths,
Yeah,
you know, not
that was hard
a
to watch.
horrible time. Yeah.
But it is looking like we are going to have both of the runners in this race in for a quick interview there. So let's go ahead and bring them in. Hey guys, GG.
Oh, thank you. GG's.
GG.
So yeah, Red, you managed to take this one down. You said you were watching the restream, right?
Yes, I was. I was watching Math's stream.
So you kind of saw some of the unfortunate happenings that that Math had, the rough deaths.
I definitely did, and as sorry as I am, it relaxed me greatly.
One question I definitely want to have for you is, after seeing those deaths, did you maybe think then, oh, I'll take some of the rest of the runs safer maybe to make sure that I keep this lead that I have?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, definitely. I don't think I really need to elaborate. I think I just kind of stepped cautiously, and I was just a bit more relaxed.
Going into this one, was there anything you were particularly concerned about, or are you happy that things went well? Like, your Suro pass was really good. Everything seemed to be pretty smooth in there.
Thanks. Yeah. Things I was working on, you know, to be honest, yesterday was the first run I did since the last tournament race, and so I just practiced a couple hours today trying to get back in the swing of things, which tends to work out for me. If you haven't played for a while, it's always like the first run back that you're just like, man, how come nothing went wrong? So I was trying to just kind of stay in that bubble. As far as what I was practicing on, I kind of left out my grenade jumps. I didn't want to chance that. I didn't have time to really focus on that, and they're not huge time savers anyways. My biggest concern was not really knowing Mathluco as a runner, and kind of seeing his splits from the group stage, the earlier runs. It was kind of inconsistent. He had some really good ones, and then there was one that was kind of way out there on the time scale, so I was just like, this can go either way, especially because our PBs are 15 seconds apart. So I was just trying to keep it cool, steady, and collected throughout the run.
Yeah, well, I think you played well. You know, it was nice and consistent. Not too many big deaths. I think really actually the only big death was in Grotto.
Yeah.
Waterbane, but
yeah, exactly. And that it was like I took damage and I didn't know if I could damage boost, and then I tried to play it safe, and then playing it safe bit me in the rear end, and
yeah, that's was a big jerk.
Gandalf said no.
Yeah, I shall not pass.
All right, a couple questions for Math then, GG Red. But Math, after you had the right at the start, you had an unfortunate death before the ghost door, and that was just sad to watch. Did that affect your mindset at all going past that?
It made me slightly more nervous, which might have snowballed into everything you saw. Um, like this was one race I was thinking maybe I could win since our PBs were so close, and having an early death was was not cool.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate, and it did look like maybe it kind of snowballed, like you said, into the couple of other later deaths.
I do want to shout out to your survival in the Death Gauntlet when you fell into the water.
Oh,
earlier.
yeah.
And I want to ask what you were thinking at that moment. Like, did you think you had any chance of living when you fell in, or what was going on in your mind right then?
Nothing was going on in my mind. Like I missed it, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I just tried to do something, and it worked. And that was unexpected. I was missing a lot of dash glides in this run. I don't know why, and that gauntlet was one of them. And I just improvised, I guess.
Yeah, well, that was a really good save, and good job dealing with that. I guess one other thing I want to ask you about, and I salute this, not saving before the Spike Cave in Sora. Do you ever save there? Or do you just say, no, I don't need it?
Usually I didn't save, like, I'm getting more consistent and not getting damaged in Sorrow, but it happened in this run, unfortunately.
Yeah, it'll happen. But, I can't fault you for any of that, because when you've taken a couple deaths like that, you really just feel like, you have to play fast everywhere to try to catch up. And sometimes you just die more, but that's how it goes. Alright, so one more question to throw over Red's way. You've won this match, you've moved on, you're going to be facing Delira next. How are you feeling about that match? Are you going to do anything special to prepare, or what do you think about your chances on that one?
I don't think that doing things special to prepare is like in my repertoire. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep this consistency going. Delira, I'm really excited for that race. It'll be a good time. We'll have to see what's gonna happen.
All right, sounds good. I'll be looking forward to that one. That'll be a fun watch. GG again. GG Math. Well played race. GG to Red on your victory, and good luck in your future races. I'll be tuning into them for sure.
And thank you, Math, for participating in the tournament despite your journey ending here. All right, so that will do it for us with this race right now. We've got another one coming up for you immediately after a quick break while we set up. It's going to be a race between Sloters and Vanguard in the Anno division. So please stick around.
Yep, see you guys soon.